What's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, 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 everybody.
Hello, everyone. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How you doing? How you doing? Miss Renee, how you doing?
Hey, y'all. Can y'all hear me?
I hear you.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, team.
What's going on, Joy?
Hey, everybody.
Give a couple minutes for everybody to get on here. Jerome, are you here, Jerome?
Yes, yes, I am. I'm here.
All right, stay right there so I can make you co-host.
You hear me now?
Yep, I got you, Jerome. You co-hosting.
You still there?
You muted. You talking, Jerome, but you muted yourself.
Oh, wow. Okay. Can y'all hear me, guys?
Yeah.
All right. I want to welcome back to this call tonight. This call tonight, we've gone a couple different things that, I learned that we need to do on a daily basis. The first thing we need to know is what's our why? Why we want to be successful? Number two is the mindset behind your why. All right. And going forward. So tonight I have a couple people on here tonight. I see we have a lot of team members on here tonight. What I will be doing tonight, I'll be calling on each individual, one of you guys, to explain to me your why and why you want to be successful. We're going to talk about it, and go into it deeper. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, if your why does not make you cry, you have to rewrite it. All right. Your why has to be so powerful to where you have to understand why and what was actually keeping you going forward and actually, pushing forward to the next level. And if your why gets in the way of that, then you already know that you're doomed because your why not strong enough. So we have Todd tonight on this call. My business partner is Ty Bryant. We have Renee as well, gonna be on here tonight, Coach Ray. Renee, she's gonna be on here tonight speaking about the same thing too. She's gonna do more about mindset. But just getting started, I want to welcome everyone to this call again. We're gonna get started at probably about, I would say 10:10. Give people more time to get on this call. I'm not worried about it being a big call. I'm more focused on making sure that people on this call tonight get the right information and get the understanding of what it takes to actually get to the next level. I see Kelly's on here tonight. I see Deborah's on here. How you doing, Miss Deborah? Been a long time. I see Tiffany's on here. What's going on, Tiff?
Great. Thank you.
What's going on, Al?
All right, well, first let's talk about who you are, Jerome.
Oh, I'm gonna get into that. I'm gonna give my actual why. I'm gonna tell my story of where I came from, why this whole business opportunity 8 years ago changed my life, and where I was at beforehand, where I ended up at, and where it took me to once I realized what this could do for me. So I'm gonna get into that tonight. But just for right now, I definitely want to let you guys know I'm increased to 10K over for increase. I've been working with Barbee for the last 6 years now, building and growing with her. I had the pleasure to actually work with time. Other people actually back then in the last year or so. So these people actually had a very big impact in my life, and I actually appreciate and love them dearly for it. And actually, keep my head on the swivel, keep my head straight and narrow and going forward. So I really do appreciate them for that. But right now, Ty, I actually want to introduce Ty because Ty's gonna be starting it off tonight. Ty Bryant is a young man that I've been working with for lasted 2 years now. And just watching his growth, watching him build and growing and be able to connect and helping people achieve six-figure incomes and to be coach people, with the websites and everything else. Like it was like, a big pleasure actually meeting him and being to work with him one-on-one. And I really do appreciate this guy. He's he's a force to be reckoned with, and I want everybody at least to hear him out and listen to this guy. Ty Brian, you there?
Yeah, I'm here, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. I wasn't expecting going so soon, but I got you, bro.
No, we still got 5 minutes. We got 5 minutes. Ain't no rush.
Okay, I got you. So you want me to go ahead and go?
You can just introduce yourself. Just talk, do your thing. This is more. We're a family already. I mean, it's not a prospect call. This is not one of those situations where someone here is new. This is pretty much just for our family and our team. So there's a breakdown. So we go just talk and just bond with each other. And who's on here right now get the information. Who's not, they catch up.
All right. Well, like Jerome said, it's also a pleasure of mine. Working with Jerome for about another couple years or so as well. I'm good, buddy.
Yeah, meet everybody.
Yeah, it's actually been a pleasure myself working with Jerome for the last 2 years or so. Is as well as I teaching him, he's been teaching me as well certain things. How we got it, we just work together as a good team, you know what I mean, to come together. What I can't come up with, he come up with. What he can't come up with, I come up with. So it's always good when you're in this network marketing journey to find you somebody that you can definitely lock arms with, that grow and build with you. Because some point in one time or the other, okay, if I can say that right, I'm sure many of you guys, or some of you guys, had to start the journey probably on your own. And as you know, if anything with network marketing, trying to figure things out on your own can be very, very difficult, and it could be frustrating. It could make you feel like it could definitely make you feel like things probably not gonna go the way you wanted to go. It could definitely make you feel like time is definitely standing still and doesn't go when you working by yourself and network marketing. Not saying you can't succeed, but the journey is definitely way more difficult as it would be if you actually have somebody to lock arms with. And that's actually when me actually became a part of the mass wealth movement alongside with Jerome. That's one of the things we definitely combated and definitely fixed. So working together with somebody is definitely awesome. And then that's one thing as a community, all you guys in the call, as you guys all see, you never worked with Dom, whatever. She see that she basically built a community of people all working together to show you guys how we all can succeed online. Whether you're sponsoring this person, but all together, we know we all one team. So collectively, we all see it's a whole lot easier to see when we have a team behind us to help us understand the things we do. Because it might be something that I might not know how to do that you might know how to do, and if we share ideas together and help each other grow, you actually start seeing how this journey actually becomes a whole lot easier. Um, so it's definitely great to actually work as a team. Like I said, as a community, that's what we have here. Each and every one, whether you're sponsoring this person or that person, y'all know if we all collectively work as a team, you see that that's definitely look good. I think Domonique a whole lot for actually putting a lot of y'all together. A lot of people we met through actually working with her, and we see no matter what company you go to, whatever we go to, we all succeed because we succeed as a team. And one of the things we'll get into tonight, we're gonna just touch upon, see you guys' whys and see what your whys is to strengthen them. Remind yourself of why you're actually doing this whole network marketing journey. Whether it be to make a better future for your kids, whether to quit your job, whether just to have freedom all around. So that's what we're kind of going to talk about tonight, and just really touch upon that. Give each one of you guys, whoever wants it, a time on the floor to actually talk about your why and see about so we all get to know each other a little better and how we can help each other. All right. So it is now about 10:10. So I'm basically gonna hold off and go towards the end. So actually, who actually would like to be the first person to go up tonight and talk about their why? I see you, Misty. How you doing? Yeah. Anybody want to go first?
I mean, you know what? I would definitely go first, man. I would go first, and I will do that because it's a call to give you an understanding of where I came from, what I've been through, and
Okay.
what's going on right now. Okay, so in 2013, is it an echo, a little bit echo? Can everybody mute their lines, please?
I got it.
Yeah, you can make me co-host so I can go ahead and make sure everybody's like muted.
All right. You do that, guy, please.
I got it.
All right, all right. So once again, my name is Jerome Bigham. I'm increasing 10K right now with Increase. Um, my journey started off in 2013. In 2013, I was in a relationship with a young lady, and everything was going good with me. You know, everything was going good. I was actually breeding dogs. I was actually breeding American bullies. I was a dog breeder. So what happened to me was, me and her got into a big old fight. You know, situation to where I had to leave the house and move out. So I was homeless for about a month and a half. I would say about a month and a half, almost 2 months. Sleep on the park bench. You know, before that, I was actually making great money, but I lost everything in a night. And what happened?
I guess this for team leaders. It ain't for y'all.
Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
All right.
Mute yourself. There you go.
This is my story and my why and where I came from and why I actually became, started network marketing, started building a business and where I'm at today. I'm giving you the breakdown from beginning to the end. I'll make it short. If you want to talk to me more about my why and go deeper into it, we could do that on a separate call. But I'm gonna give you pretty much the gist of it, what happened to me. I was in a relationship with a young lady, was doing good. We had a child together, and my child was actually at the age of 2 years old. Me and her got into a serious big old fight, discussion. I had to leave the house, and I ended up being homeless. So I was sleeping on park benches, for about a month and a half. I would go to the park, deep in the park, and get comfortable and go to sleep. And I would literally, sit there and think to myself, like, what is going on with me? Like, how did I get myself to this point? What can I do to get out of it? And I was just thinking and thinking, thinking. But then one day I happened to go to the corner store. In Jersey and New York, we have corner stores. So I went to the corner store, and one of the young guys that came to me, he came to me about 6 months prior to me, ended up being homeless, and he was showing me an opportunity called Wake Up Now. I know we don't talk out names about companies and everything, but Wake Up Now, the company's no longer available. But back then it was going really good. So I remember him coming to me and he was saying to me, "Hey, Jerome, I got some what's going on. It's a good business plan. I want you to get involved with it, make some money." But the whole time I remember him being around me where he never had any money. He always was going through situations of problems, and he had all these issues. To where I always loaned him money, make sure he was good. Taking care of him. If I need something from the store, I would send him to the store because I know, he'll do it for me because I paid him, make sure he was good. And when he came to me and told me the opportunity, the first thing I did to him, we all go through, man, that's a scam. I don't believe in that. 'Cause I never knew anything about network marketing or online business. That's a scam. This X, Y, and Z. I just talked all bad about it. Like, what you know about money, man? You still owe me money from last week and stuff like that. Just being typical person, just thinking that he's telling me some old bull. Now here I am homeless. 5, 6 months later passes. I see this young man. This young man I'm at the store. This man pulls up in an Audi A8. This is a 2014 model. 2014 model. It was 2013, but he had 2014 model. So he had the model. Like, how it comes like November. He has that new car comes out. That's coming for next year. Here he had it. Audi A8. That's no cheap car. And then he was like, "Hey, Jerome, what's going on?" And I was like, "What's going on, Mike?" He said, "No, no, no. They call me Gucci Mike now." Like he was like, he the man now. Like I ain't no Mike. I'm just Gucci Mike now. And I was like, okay, okay. And just mind you, looking at this young man, seeing where he was at before, and seeing where he's at right then and there, the man looked like $1,000,000. He was clean from head to toe. His clothes fit him like it was all tailor made, even though it was like nothing but cargo pants and he had a long john shirt on, but that was a style back then, And he has this pair of Timbs on. It was clean, crisp. And I was like, "What's going on with you, man?" He was like, "Hey, man, remember that thing I told you a couple 6 months, like 7 months ago?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "Remember you said it was a scam?" And I was like, "Yeah." He said, "You like a scam now?" It was nothing I could say. He shut me down completely. I had at that point right there, I completely humbled myself. I shut down. I was like, wow, I didn't have that. He had more than I had at the time. he had more than I had when I actually was good making some of these dogs. So at that point, he gave me the information and everything, right? But mind you, here I am homeless. I don't have no money. I took a couple of my friends. I showed them. He showed me the video. Sent the video to me. I showed a couple of my friends this video that this guy was showing me, and all I seen were these two guys, Shaquille and Justin. Going to the ATM machine, taking out $600. Talking about you bring 6 people in. I mean, 12 people in, you make $600 a month. And all I kept seeing myself was, mind you, I'm on a park bench. I'm homeless, eating oodles and noodles. You know, going out there, hanging up with the guys, you know what I'm saying? They don't know what's going on, but going back to the house, you know, trying to cover it up, having my friends, you know, buy me clothes. So therefore I had the same clothes on every day. So people can look at me and be like, oh, what's going on with Jerome? Because I was doing good, but like now I'm falling off. So my friends trying to help me, you know, stay on point with myself, you know, at least look decent. And then I literally sat to watch this video with the presentation video. And I just kept seeing myself as these dudes going to the ATM machine, taking this money out. I called one of my friends. My friends told me, she was like, I showed her the information. She was like, I can't see myself doing this, but you be perfect for this. Go right ahead and try it. I said, well, I don't have the money for it. She said, I'll invest $100 into you to join. She gave me the $100. I was so hungry. I was so determined to get out of the situation. All I heard from the guy was saying was this: all you need to do is tell 12 friends for this opportunity. Is spend $100 and you can make $600 a month. If you tell 24 friends, you'll get paid $2,000, and so on and so on. The same way how it's right now with increase that we're all part of right now. When I seen that information and he told me that, and all I knew how to do was just tell folks about this information and they would join me. That first 24 hours that I actually joined up, I have a post on my page from 2014. A girl named Artista, she signed me up. And she had a post up there. She said, she put up in there, I've never seen a person hit a rank so fast in my life. Before my first 24 hours, I had 24 people in the business. My goal was to bring somebody in every hour from the time I started. Within 24 hours, I had 24 people join the business, right? I didn't have a clue what I was selling. I didn't have a clue what was going on. All I knew was they said, personal growth, self-development, tax bot. I remember it was yesterday. Personal growth, tax bot, vacation travels, debt elimination, tools to use to be able to build yourself up. And I seen that information. I knew right then and there. Everybody I knew needed that. Whether you had money or not, you needed that information to be able to build yourself and grow. So I got on the computer that night, and then so I signed up. I just started inboxing everybody, inboxing. My cousin joined me first. His name was Joseph Brown. He's one of my team members right now. He joined me first, and by the next morning, I was at a founder 600, and so was he. Within that first week, I was at 2K a month. Within the first 30 days, I was already at founder 4, getting paid $4,000 a month from that company because I had no other place to go. I was already at the bottom. So all I had to do was come up. And the reason why I was able to come up is because my why was so strong and so serious. My mom's been sick since I was 13 years old. I'm 38 years old right now. My little brother, he was born with a condition. He has a shunt in the side of his head to where he needs to be every once in a while he has to go to the hospital and get the shunt. If you know what a shunt is, you know you have a bubble here. They take a tube that comes down and it drains the fluids off the brain so he could be able to function. Since he was a baby, I had to deal with that. My grandfather, he had a restaurant and he was getting illy sick and he wanted me to actually run a restaurant, but he passed away before I could take over the restaurant. I had children, all right? My children, I was making good money at one point that I wasn't making money at all. So now it's time for me to actually be able to provide for my children. And I couldn't do that. It was a month and almost 2 months now where I couldn't provide for them at all. That killed me. I said to myself, I'll never go through that again. Me being homeless was something that I'll never want to do again because experiencing that situation of sitting outside in the cold, not know what's going on, get mosquito bites. I'm glad it was actually summertime and I dealt with the winter time. But just the fact that I really had no outlets to go to, no one to talk to, no one to be built with, or to even help me out. I couldn't go to my friend's house, sleep on his couch because, you know, I don't want my welcome out and I don't want to put them in my business. So I had pride, but I also understood that I'm a man. I got to suck it up. How you say, suck it up, buttercup, and you either figure it out, do what you got to do. And just that alone was the reason why since that time, I've never had a 9-to-5 job. Once I learned that network marketing can really help me out and build me up, I just kept going and kept going and kept going and kept going. Yes, I built teams, big teams. I also lost big teams. I had my ups and downs for the first 3 years. I was doing good, doing bad, doing good, doing go bad, doing good, doing bad. It was like this year I be doing good, this year I be doing bad. This year I be doing great, this year I'm doing worse than I was the first time. It was like, I had to go through that whole the elevator situation. But once I really realized that when you hold on to your why and you change your mindset and you actually start building with people around you with the same mindset, talking to people that actually are able to pour information into you and build with you, it changes everything. You know, um, since that time, the people I hang with now, like I don't hear no negative things to even get discouraged on what I want to do because they always talking about something positive. They have ideas, goals, and inspirations. They always talk to me about it. No, bring it out every day. So it's like all you hearing is new individual things that they may feel like they can do, versus people that's always complaining about the smallest things or things that might be big to them, but they understand that you have the same issues or might be doing the same thing they're dealing with or not. Like I have a thing I always say to everybody: look, take all your issues and your problems, write them down, and let's all throw them on the floor, right? And see who picks up what issue. Let's trade our problems. Let's see who pick up what problem. I guarantee you, your problems will not be on the floor when it's time for you to go pick up. Because someone will see this situation you're going through and be like, she dealing with, that's what he dealing with. Oh, I could deal with that all day long. I'd rather have that problem than what I got right now. So let me get in my problem and take theirs. Then when it's all said and done, you're gonna have all the problems that no one wants in a situation like that. So when it comes down to us building with each other, we have to really be able to hear each other out, talk, grow, and also think about the bigger picture. And that bigger picture is your future, where you're going and what you want out of life. That's my story. So over the years, I went through a lot of growth, a lot of personal growth, self-development, company to company, building and growing, hitting high ranks in companies, also leaving those company because I'm more of a team player, not a company player. And at this time, what did I send them when I brought on 20 people? Um, this is what I said to him. I'm gonna be real with you, mind you. I had nothing to lose. I knew they was going through, and everybody I called up, I knew they was going through too. I'd be like, hey, what's going on? Every now I'm saying, I'm gonna say you. Hey, what's going on, man? Look, man, look. I know right now you got the new car, you got rent, you got cable bill, water bill, electricity bill, you got all these different bills, right? But one thing about the bills you have no they come in passive, but you have no passive money coming to pay those bills. I found a way that you can make some money on the side and be able to do X, Y, and Z and build yourself up. And what's going to happen is over time, you're going to start seeing yourself being able to actually, you be making more money in your part-time gig than you will be in your full-time gig. All you need is 6 months of dedication and time to learn the system and grow. And it's going to cost you $100. We all blow $100 a day in the grocery store, Walmart. That brings us no money back. Trust me and believe me, it will work for you if you actually work it. And they will say, okay. I was straightforward with them. I ain't sit there and try to explain to them what the business was about, what company I was with. I just told them I have information for them. It'll cost them $100. And I know you have these bills you got paid. And then you try to pay them. Just go ahead and just get in here, take that $100 and just go. And they did that and they worked for everybody. We all made money. So they seen what it can do for them after a couple of days or a couple of weeks, whatever, and building the business, how it was achieving for them. But then I was so on fire to where whether they recruited or not, I was filling up spots. I was on fire. I was on fire, on fire. I seen the guy, my mentor at the time, his name was Cortez Ellis. He was getting paid $62,000 a month. And I'm like, 62K a month. My dad's a correction officer right now. He makes $150,000 a year, but he's also doing 30, 40 hours a week in overtime. You know what I'm saying? He's getting paid good money, but he's working, he's killing himself. And this guy right here is on the beach. This guy's on his couch. He's relaxing this and third. All he's doing is he's making phone calls all day long. And I thought to myself, like, I did telemarketing. It's the same thing, cold calling. I did telemarketing. I could do that too. But now I'm doing it for myself. Instead of me making a phone call to someone else and they're getting paid, now I do a sale and they get paid the $100, $200, $300, whatever it was, and all I'm getting is $8. And now I can do the same call and sell, and I can get paid this amount of money, and I can keep increasing my profits at X, Y, and Z. Like telemarketing, you can never make 10K a month in telemarketing. I don't care if you sold 1,000 products a day, you're not gonna get paid that. But over here, I was getting paid that. So it just made me, it changed my whole mindset to where like, wow, where was this at a long time ago? Then I realized that my dad, when I was younger, he was in prepaid legal, and he did, and my mom did Mary Kay, and my mom was in a Tupperware parties, like Tupperware parties. They were doing that stuff when I was younger, but I never knew what it was, had no clue of it. And then the bad part about it was when I actually started doing this business, my mother, she was so against me doing this. Oh, you on the phone with now? You scamming them people? They gotta bring people in, doing this and that third, just coming at me all the time about everything. I've been on the phone with somebody. Hey, what's going on? Hey, how you doing? It's a good opportunity for you. And she be like, who you on the phone with now? Are you on that phone telling them what that scam you got going on? I'd be like, what are you doing, mom? And, I mean, at that point, I had to leave the house, separate myself from my mom. I ain't talked to my mom for about a year and a half because she didn't believe what I had going on. I left my mom's house, went to Minnesota with my cousin Joseph. I lived with him for a year and a half. This was 2015 to 2016. I stayed with him. And that transition and move that I did changed everything, completely everything. Completely changed me all the way through. You cannot tell me this online stuff don't work. I don't care who you are. You can't show me no proof of somebody making some money, losing money. I've made money, so I know you can't tell me anything else on top of that. My belief level was so high to where you can borrow it and use it yourself, and you'll see how it works for you. Now, I don't want to keep, just going and going on because I know a lot of us want to talk about things tonight, but I definitely want to give you a breakdown of where I was at and my why, and why my why is so strong to why I am where I'm today, because I still hold on to that why. My mom still is sick. My brother still has a condition he has. I still have children, a daughter that I just seen for the first time on Friday after 8 years, since 2013. Haven't talked to her, spoke to her. Her mom kept away from me, but I ran into her oldest son, and he let me talk to her and see her and be able to grow with her. So my goal was to make sure that when I talked to her and seen her, I was able to provide for her and give her what she needed. And I'm able to do that now because I stuck to my situation and my wife. I knew that one day soon I'll be able to talk to her and be able to see her and be able to show her how much I love her and how much I miss her. And now I'm able to do that because I stuck to my why and stuck to my ground and kept going for it. And I want to thank y'all guys for hearing me out. I'm not done for the night, but I want to talk more about other things. I'm gonna, chime in with other things when, because Ty's gonna talk. Then we have Miss Renee's gonna talk as well. So we all gonna be here together, just chit chat and talking. So if anybody else right now want to at least give their why, I would love to hear it. Ty, you there?
Yeah, I'm here. I was trying to make sure they could unmute themselves.
Okay. I hope you're over there crying.
A little bit. A little bit. But actually, what we got on here, I know we got a very powerful wire that's on this call right now. And I know I'm probably gonna beat up, but Miss Domonique, aka the Legend Slayer, Barbee, I just seen you on here. I know she dipped off on that. She was just on here a second ago.
Yeah, she's gonna come in and speak after we all get through everything. Don't make us start calling names, y'all. You know we don't want to bust y'all out, but we need to know that you guys have your whys together, because we aren't here because we have nothing else to do, right? We all have a purpose. We all have bills. We all have things that we want in life. So the whole thing is, do you know what you want? Because if you're just here wandering around, that's a problem. So let me go ahead and just share my screen real fast. And I want you guys to let me know when you can see it. Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and play this video for you guys. It's about mindset. I wanna talk a little bit about mindset, and then I'm gonna give you guys my story.
And the reason why we're giving you our why and our story, because you might be following us and don't understand, who we are, what we've been through.
Oh, really quick, you guys. For those of you who don't know who Eric Worre is is his net worth is $15 million, you guys. He's 57 years old. He's been in this industry for over 25 years. If you guys have heard of the book called GoPro, that he actually wrote that book. He's a top producer in the field of network marketing who's built organizations of over 500,000 people in over 60 countries. And he has a company that's worth $200 million in network marketing. Okay. So if you guys don't already have a pen and paper, make sure you grab your pen and paper because note takers are money makers. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and start.
Can hear the sound.
There's no
Yeah, I don't know if she could. She got to share. You got to hit the thing. Hit share sound on computer.
Renee. Can't hear it. Hey Renee, we can't hear your wire. We can't hear the video, Renee. We can't hear it at all.
I don't know if she could hear us now. Yeah, if you could click on your thing, click on the top, and when the drop down come down, click on share computer sound.
Hey Renee, I know you're trying to do it right now, but it's not working right now for us.
Is a little drop down menu up top?
Couldn't hear it.
No, we cannot hear it.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm sorry, y'all. Let me do it again.
Look at the drop down menu up top, Renee, where it says more options. Click on down where it says share computer sound too.
Next,
There you go.
let's talk about your mindset. Honestly, is network marketing your primary or your secondary focus in life? And if it's secondary, can you expect to succeed if it stays secondary? Be honest. In my opinion, it cannot. You cannot expect to have massive success if this is something you do in between the other stuff that you're focused on. If I'm working with you, guess what I'm going to be doing? I will be the blinders holding them up next to your face and saying, no, 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 here's your dream. No, 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 remember? No, 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 this is where you said you wanted to go. Oh, yes, 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 because you're going to go, oh, look, a bird. Oh, look, drama at work. No, 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 come on, let's go. What's your mindset? Are you thinking like an employee? You're thinking like an entrepreneur. Now, here's the question for your notes. What can you do between now and a year from now to improve your mindset? Who can you get around? What coaching can you engage in? What mentors can you access? What books do you need to read? What programs do you need to listen to? What events do you need to attend? What needs to happen for a breakthrough? How can you learn, number one? Got it? Number two, can you expect to learn at a rapid pace if you're surrounded by people who are constantly trying to pull you down? You can't. You have to weed the garden of your life. It's a hard decision, but it's an important one. How many movies do we need to see where the hero has every chance for success, but there's the person in their life that is robbing them of every opportunity for the future, and we're almost yelling at the screen saying, just get away from that person because you can't win if you stay with that person. And yet we won't turn that lens on ourselves. If somebody looked at the screen of your life, they could very quickly determine the reasons why and the people that are causing you to play small. You need to weed the garden. You need to spend less time with people who are not pushing you in the direction of your dream. And then you need to invest every minute you possibly can with people who will not allow you to play small. For people who will be your friend in the business, people who will be your coach or your mentor in the business, people who will push you. People say, no, 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 no. 10 push-ups. No, 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 no. Remember your goal, your big mouth, big shot goal that you set at GoPro Recruiting Mastery? That wasn't a fairy tale. That was for real. There's nothing stopping you from doing it but you. You need people in your life that'll say that, have the courage to say that to your face, and then won't back away when you say, hey, mind your own business. That's what you need in your life. You need people who will not let you hide from the world. Because that's what people do. They hide from the world. And guess what? Saddest thing in the world for me is seeing you here ready, excited, ready to take on the world, and then you go home and life starts to do its thing. It gets in the way. And pretty soon you snap your fingers and a year's gone by. Just like that, bam, gone. I don't want to see you lose that. So you need to weed the garden and you need to fill the garden with people and processes that are going to push you in the direction of your dreams because your dreams are worth it. You're worth it. If you're going to play big, surround yourself with people who are going to do it. Clear the decks of all the distractions that have maybe helped you create your identity, but they haven't served you. Let somebody else mow the lawn. Let somebody else wash the floors. Let somebody else do the things that you've been filling up your little to-do list. You know what robs people of more success than anything else? Their little to-do lists. I should do this and this and this and this and this. And that list never goes away. And their dreams never become reality. Clear the decks. Decide to go. Create a support system around you. Make the investment to have things taken care of for you and then fill that gap with the activity that you know that you're afraid of, but that you know will get you the results if you do it long enough. That's where you need to stay.
That's powerful. Very powerful.
Okay, y'all, let me see some fire emojis in the chat for the people that took notes. I hope y'all was paying attention to that man. 25 years in the game, $15 million. That's somebody you want to listen to, right?
Yep,
Okay, I
fire.
see Demetrius took notes. Okay, one person? Come on. It's one person? Come on now. Y'all here to make money? Okay, Cameron.
There we
What's
go.
your mindset? What's your mindset? Do you have a business mindset? Y'all, did y'all take them notes for real? Because I took my notes, and I don't say this a million times, but I'm always with a pen and paper, right? Because note takers are money makers for real. So let's talk about mindset a little bit. How are y'all thinking? Oh, let me tell y'all my story. Hey, you guys. My name is Renee, also known as Coach Renee. I first started in network marketing about 4 years ago, I think, maybe 4.5 years ago. I started with another company selling machines. I don't have any regrets, but trading is honestly the first thing that has actually worked for me and changed my life. I didn't take trading seriously, you guys, until I seen a 9-year-old making more money than me. I've been to college. I have 2 college degrees. I've worked at McDonald's, Burger King, telemarketing. I've done everything. Probably I've even donated blood, to make money, plasma actually. So the struggle was real, but I believe that mindset is really important because you can think your way out of the situation the same way you can think your way into a situation. For a lot of people, that might be a hard pill to swallow, but I'm a firm believer that you really have to take accountability for, whatever your situation is. Even when you're in, bad relationships, we all play a role in something. So I always knew that. I've always had the entrepreneurial spirit. Fast forward, I started taking trading seriously because I had my daughter at this time. And, I thought I had a quote unquote decent job. But really I was living paycheck. I was living paycheck to paycheck and didn't realize it, right? So I joined a company, quit, right? I joined again about 3 months later, quit. Then I joined again about 6 months later. And that's when I started taking seriously when I seen this 9-year-old using the cloud, making more money than me. So I'm like, you know what? I got my daughter. I have to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I'm getting up at 3. I have to deal with these crazy people. I started looking for ways out. My why changed basically, right? So that's why your why is important, because whatever you go through, you're going to always revert back to your why. And if you don't have a why, and this is why we asked you guys to make sure that you write down your why and show up with it, because if you don't have a why, it's going to be easy for you to quit. And it can't be just about money, because you can make money doing anything. You can literally recycle cans and make money, but is that really going to get you to where you want to go in life? So back to my why, which was my daughter. I dived into the back office and my training, and I learned how to trade. And, fast forward today, I'm not financially strapped for anything. I can, go buy whatever I want, when I want, go where I want. I don't necessarily do that because I'm a financially responsible person, but it's a great feeling to not be strapped. You know what I mean? So I believe that we were put here to live life and live abundantly. And that means that we were put here to have the things that we want. And who wants to be financially stressed? Who wants to be in, the store or wherever you shop at with your kids and you telling them no, that they can't have that toy because you can't afford it? That's not something that we want, right? But it all comes down to stepping out of our comfort zone. So I stepped out of my comfort zone. I'm here now. I do trade. My money does come from trading and multiple passive investments. My biggest trading week was $25,000 in 3 days. So I'm just saying that to say, when I first started learning how to trade, remember I said I had to be to work early in the morning. I still made that sacrifice. There's 24 hours in a day, Like, it doesn't take long to write down your why. It doesn't take long to put in, 30 minutes on your break, put in 10 minutes on your break, right? You have to create the time. Even if you have 10 kids and the only time you have is on a toilet, literally, right? Because I'm a mom. I understand sometimes my office is the bathroom, right? So I get it. But the whole thing is, it's 24 hours in the day, you guys. And it's just about really making the time to decide what you really want to do with your life, okay? So now I'm here now. I'm a happy trader, and I want to talk about mindset with you guys. So drop some 777s in the chat if everything I said made sense. I hope it did. Okay. Okay, Maria. Okay, I see the 777s. Awesome. All right, so Eric Worre mentioned mindset, right? So this is what you guys need to pay attention to. How are you thinking, right? Are you taking your business seriously? Are you treating it like it's your primary business or a secondary business? What does that mean? Are you treating it like it's a business, or are you treating it like it's a hobby? Because guess what? Businesses pay you money, hobbies don't. Okay? So if you don't take your business seriously, then you won't make any money. So we always want to pay attention to that. What is your mindset? Are you thinking like an employee, or are you thinking like an entrepreneur? Okay, as an employee, you have to be at work from 9 to 5. Okay, as an entrepreneur, it's your responsibility, because you're your own boss, to get up and make those things happen. And sometimes it might seem like it's a little easier just to have the 9 to 5, but it's not, because you don't have the freedom. You shouldn't have to ask. And listen, I'm not against have the 9 to 5. If you love what you do, there's plenty of people in this industry that have a 9 to 5. They absolutely love what they do. But if that's not you, then to create true happiness is to really step out of your comfort zone. And guess what? If somebody's telling you to be to work and you don't like it, change it. Okay. So are you treating your business like a business? Are you thinking like an entrepreneur? Are you getting up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning without anybody telling you? It's mornings to where I don't really feel like getting up to trade. I trade U30, which the real move happens at 6:30 a.m. my time. I don't like getting up in the morning because I don't have to. But guess what? If I want to make money, I have to get up. So think like an entrepreneur. Okay. What books, programs, and events are you reading? Who are you surrounding yourself with? Are you going to events? And we don't mean just like actually physically going to events. If you can't make it, you can't make it. But honestly, did you make the attempt to do so? Are you showing up to calls like this? Are you taking notes? Because it's all an event, you guys. It's all events. This energy and energy transference is real. Okay. Are you thinking of ways of how you can learn when you're around people? Are you taking notes? Are you cutting people off? Right? You heard Jerome say earlier that he literally had to cut his family off. Guess what? I had to do the same thing. My family is literally, we're like night and day, you guys. I have 4 siblings that I don't deal with. Okay, because they're a hot mess. And I know that the people that I surround myself with is eventually who I will become. Okay, so I know it's hard, but listen, sometimes you really have to do it. So cut people off. Like you said, spend less time with people who spend less time, okay? Less time with people who are not pushing you towards your dreams, goals, and what you want for your future reality, okay? And you can look at it like when you're making a decision to do something, or if you want to make a certain business move, is that putting you closer to where you want to be in the future? Okay, so every decision that we make should be based on where we want to see ourselves in the future. Okay, and surround yourself with people who will not let you hide from the world. That is really important. Okay, I want to tell you guys this really, really quick story about the queen herself, Miss Domonique Barbee. If you guys do not know who she is not just my mentor, but she's all of our mentors. She's a top income earner in this company. She was a top income earner at our last 2 companies. She was at $200,000 a month. But I actually pay homage to her because of not just her knowledge and her willingness to continuously pour into people, because I've met millionaires before, right? And a lot of people, when they make their money, you can barely talk to them. They literally disappear on you, and she's nothing like that. But before I start going on a whole tangent, surround yourself with people who will not let you hide from the world. That was me in a way, y'all. That was me in a way. Domonique kind of like forced me to talk in front of people, right? And that's what you want. You want people that's going to put you on the spot, because that's pushing you out of your comfort zone. Because at the end of the day, you cannot succeed in your comfort zone. There's nobody that's comfortable with doing calls all the time, or being on stage all the time. But guess what? You have to step out of your comfort zone and stay connected to your why to make it happen. So listen, I don't want to go on a whole tangent, but I'm super excited that you guys are here. I hope you guys got something from my story. I want to see you guys at these events. Okay, we don't have these events for no reason. It's really important that you guys show up, because you learn things that you cannot possibly learn online. Like, there's so much masterminding that happens. And it's like, how often do you really get to be surrounded with people that's making money? Like, when you look to your left and you look to your right, really, like in your circle, are there six-figure earners in your circle that you can be around? And if the answer is not yes, then when we have these events, it's really important that you make it there. Sometimes you have to make a sacrifice. Okay, I was thinking to myself, I wasn't going to have a babysitter, and I don't want to take a 6-year-old, because then I won't be able to, focus. But then my mindset changed, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know if my babysitter is going to respond or not respond. At the end of the day, if I have to take my daughter with me to this event, I'm going. And then guess what? She responded. And that's another thing that I appreciate about Forex is I had to buy 3 tickets. I literally had to fly her from another state. Okay, and that's how Forex has changed my life. If I was working a regular 9 to 5, there is no way, I don't think, that I would have been able to afford the things that I can afford, right? And it's all an investment. Look at it like this. Do you believe in yourself? Okay, because if you're not willing to take the chance, because that's all you're doing is investing in yourself. And if you're not willing to take the chance to invest in yourself, then let's go back to your why. Let's go back to your mindset. Let's go back to your affirmation, okay? Because it all starts with mindset. It's written, right? You guys heard of, I think, therefore I am. As a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you believe is what you can achieve, okay? So I'm definitely looking forward to seeing you guys at the next event, which has been dropped in the chat. Does anybody have any questions? Questions. Can y'all unmute? I think y'all can unmute.
I got a question.
Okay, y'all can. Hey, what's your question?
How did it feel when you first got that first successful day and you knew you was on your way, on the right way?
It felt great. The consistency of it was more important, because honestly, I blew so many accounts, it's crazy. Like, I done built up, I remember I was trading Germany 30, and I built up that account from like $200 to like $15,000 in 1 hour. And I just couldn't get out the market, so I lost it all. But so I think it's a great feeling when you can trade and then be like, all right, I really don't even have to trade for a whole year if I don't want to, or I really don't even have to trade for a whole month. So I think when you get to that point to where you are consistent, that's really important. And I think when you guys are first learning to trade, you definitely don't want to think about the money you want to make. You want to think about the consistency. You want to think about learning how the market moves. You want to know how to mark up your charts, and you want to be consistent on catching 10, 20, 30 pips, right? Because the way I teach people is that it's not about the pips, but it's about the lot size. And I teach people like that because I met a millionaire early on who only traded 10 pips a day. It wasn't about 50 pips. It wasn't about 100 pips. It wasn't about 1,000 pips. It was 10 pips, right? So if you can become consistent at whatever your goal is pip-wise, and then start raising your lot size, then that's definitely when you make the money. But I don't want to go on a tangent. It was great, but I have blown a lot of accounts, y'all. And don't get discouraged. The whole thing is, if you get discouraged, that's what we are here for, you guys, right? That's what you have mentors for. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, the most important thing is being honest with yourself and what you want your reality to be, okay? So if you know or feel like you're making mistakes or you don't understand something, it's really important to ask questions.
Absolutely. I want to touch base too. How you doing, Imani? How you doing tonight?
Who said hi, Imani? Hi.
How you doing? I'm gonna tell you the truth right here. I'm gonna tell you the truth. Listen, so I'm touching base what she said a little bit earlier. This past weekend, we were at an event. We had an Airbnb house. You know, everybody, all the leaders coming down to get to the house, do to build with each other, talk to each other, and, really get into the nitty gritty of what we go through, right? And mind you, I'm sitting there in the house, and Miss Coach Renee walks in with her daughter. And I looked at her, I was like, they bring kids to the events now. I'm like, what is going on here? I'm like to myself, I'm like, where they do that at? I'm like, okay, she dedicated, she really serious. But then a couple minutes later, it was like, boom, babysitter came to the door, and she was like, oh, this is my auntie, my babysitter's in that third. She gonna have her the whole weekend. And I was like, wow, that dedication. She came out here tonight to this whole weekend event to where she's gonna be focused, handle her business, do what she had to do, go to all the events, but she's in the car with everybody, going to all the events in that third, but her daughter was taken care of. That was crazy to me. I literally, I'm telling you, I'm sitting on the chair, she walked in with her daughter. I'm like, you bring your baby to the event? Like, who does that? Like, I understand you can't get a babysitter, but dang, yo, you know what I mean? You dedicated, she gonna bring to the event with you too. And I'm like, how you gonna focus with your daughter here, X, Y, and Z? But she said she had to play it all out. She was like, I got something for this, watch this. Boom, babysitter walked in the door. She was like, I got a baby. And from that time forward, I'm telling you, Renee was able to focus and do what she had to do, build the whole weekend, work and go through the work programs, all the workshops and everything. And her daughter was taken care of, completely taken care of. Yes, she still was a mother. She still was a mommy. She still will, will talk to her, when she want to come talk to her mama. We was having a little group meeting. She'd come in the room, be like, hey, mom. She's like, Renee, like, go back now. I'm working right now. Go handle your business. Go back in the room. And it was like just seeing her have this stuff in structure, having it together was a big plus. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like sometimes, like she said, she had to figure out a way, whether I get a babysitter or not, but I'm going to be regardless. And she has somebody there to actually take care of that. So I was a witness to that, to see that this weekend that, was nothing going to stop her from handling her business and being able to grow. And that showed a lot to me. And it also made me feel like that, I can't make excuses anymore. Like, I've been to 67 events in the last 8 years. So I don't want to go to another event, or I done seen it all already. I done heard everything I'm going to say. I heard all the motivation, stuff like that. But this weekend alone, from seeing all the people that I actually look up to and grow with, push me to be like, you know what, let's go. So the reason why we all asked you guys tonight to actually give us your why, like to give it to us, because we all a family, we're all a team, we're all here together, right? It's so that.
Can I just say one thing? I want to piggyback on that real fast.
Right.
I just wanted to go back to the mindset. I was a little stressed about the babysitter thing, but once my mindset changed to regardless of what happens, I'm going. This goes back to always focus on your why, because you don't know the how, right? So a lot of times we try to plan and map these things out. Guess what? You're not God. You don't know what's going to happen. But if you stay connected to your why and you always keep that in the forefront and you make action, or you take actions towards what your why is, then the how starts to form, because guess what? That's called walking in faith, right? That's really important. You got to have the faith as small as a mustard seed, y'all. But they couldn't unmute themselves, so I'm going to make it so they can unmute themselves now.
Got you. Yes, absolutely. So that's what it was a big thing to me, to be able to see that and to be able to understand that. It was just like, wow, the things got to change. Even with me, like I was saying, like, I don't go to I've been to so many events, why I even go. You know, why even show up? I don't seen it all, heard it all. But this weekend alone, being able to be in the room with everybody that's my peers, people making more money than me, less money than me, but actually was still the hungry as I was a big eye opener. You know, just being able for people that actually know every conversation this whole weekend. I don't think it was any negative talk the whole weekend. It was nothing negative. I didn't hear anybody about their bills. They can't do this. Oh my God, I gotta go home, take care of this bill. I gotta do X, Y, and Z. It was like 100% positive. It was like stress free the whole weekend. Only thing we stressed about was being on time. Literally, being on time. Only thing we had to we gotta be on time. We gotta be on time. We gotta be on time. Other than that, it was nothing else to stress about. So that's why your why is really important. And the reason why I said it's important because when you give us your why, right, and you explain to us tonight what your why is, or you write it down and you send it to me in inbox, right? It's like Eric Worre said, right? When you give us your why, now I know how to be your blinders. I know how to now block out what you got going on. So I'm able to block everything you're saying. If you say, hey, I had to pay so and so. I stay focused. Come on. We're going here. We're going here. That bill is a bill you got to pay regardless. So why are you complaining about it? Why are you talking about it? You know you got to take care of it regardless, so just take care of it. But in the meantime, you got to make sure you got something going on right now to get you that bill paid for all the time without you have to worry about paying it. You're in a position to just take care of it. That's what the main was about. Who I'm gonna call the stage right now, calling here right now is my boy Ty Bryant. I know Ty Bryant got some nuggets he want to drop for you guys as well. And then we'll get to Miss Barbee. And after that point, we can get to you guys as well. If you have any questions, anything you want to ask us, you want to explain to us, your why, what you're going through, and how, why you want to be successful, then I love to hear it. I can't wait to hear it. I'm actually looking forward to hear it. And I beg you to tell me why. Because then that way I get closer to you on the inside of you, the deeper side of you versus, what you're showing me right now. Just showing me on Facebook, your posts, your videos, your content, stuff like that. I want to know what's really the reason why you want to be successful, the reason why you want this call tonight, the reason why you enjoy the increase, the reason why you want to see 10K, the reason why you want to see 100K, the reason why you want to just be financially free. Maybe you don't want to be financially free. Maybe you just want to be around people that just make you feel better. What is it? Just tell me what it is. Because everybody want to be a part of something that's good. So explain to me, tell me what it is, and I want to hear from all of you. Because if you on this call tonight, most likely you're on my team, and I want to be here to help you and help you grow. So Ty Bryant, you there, Ty Bryant?
Yes, sir.
Take it away, brother.
All right. First, before I go in, anybody else had any questions, anything they want to add in before I go in?
That man said he about to go in. Y'all caught that, right?
All right. Was that Angelique? You had something? She want to say something. All right. All right. Well, I'll go and take it from here. Touch back a little bit with Jerome and they were saying. First of all, my name is Ty Bryant. A little bit more about my why. Yeah, my why is actually been doing network marketing thing for close to about 10 years, over 10 years now. Over 10 years now. Wow, went by fast. And as I was saying in the beginning, most of this journey of this 10-year journey online, um, I never really had a big warm market. I know you guys here when you guys first come in, write your list down, all your warm market people, call them and everything. Well, in the beginning, I never really first had a mentor, and then second, when I did hear that, I never had a big warm market because all the people around me are people just like me. They was working all the time. They never had money to really invest in anything. They never they didn't know nothing about online marketing. We just simply didn't have anybody around us that can actually give us information on it. So all the information I would learn is about stuff I would see online with people. And back then, like I said, like Jerome, back then one of my first companies I actually got part of was Wake Up Now as well. And then you see all these people making all this money each week they making all see the leaderboard, see everybody name on it like and it just I remember just sitting there like, dang, like what the heck are they doing? What are they doing that I'm not doing? This is one of the downfalls of not having a team with you or having anybody to really coach and mentor you. You end up um, basically finding all the breadcrumbs till you eventually get the part of the breadcrumbs back together. If you ever try to put breadcrumbs back together and form an extra slice of bread, you'll see just exactly what I mean. if you actually really try that in real life. And that's pretty much the journey I ended up having to take it while I was network marketing. So a lot of ups and downs, a lot of trials and errors, a lot of try this and then work failures, all while working at a job that really wasn't paying me enough to be able to invest more into network marketing. I know if somebody else down here, somebody else that kind of had a similar journey, they kind of just want to get out their job. They know they want to do something better, but all along, when network marketing, some things take investment. I remember working at one job. I mean, it was paying me enough to take care of the bills, but it didn't really give me enough money to make $100 payment. Most jobs we work at, the um most companies we work with, most of the time the admission is like $100 a month or something. I remember I know I ain't making enough at my job to pay that. That was quicker than that. I actually came across one guy that actually told me like, dang, you ain't got enough to make $100 payment. You got the job. You happy at the job? I said no. But he's like, but that's definitely something that you definitely have to overcome. And I was like, all right, cool. So exactly how I overcome. He said, well, he told me, or in order for to overcome, first you must overcome yourself being comfortable being where you are at. I said, I'm not comfortable. So no, you are comfortable where you at. Because if you weren't comfortable where you at, you definitely do everything in your power to make sure you figure this out. So this is the beginning of my journey, like being online marketing, like trying to figure out things. So I mean, I looked up. I'm spending countless hours. I get off work, just studying anything I can, studying, trying to figure out little bits and pieces that leaders will leave behind, how they actually become successful. Just kind of start piecing together these things myself, and it's kind of doing it. So what ended up happening, because I ended up start finding other jobs and stuff to try to pay me more, so I can actually afford more learning, more actually afford to actually start hiring mentors and actually get a hold of people finally. So as time went on, I found a couple more people here and there, but yet just like last person, they leave little breadcrumbs. So I said, well, let me find me another job that's gonna pay me more. So eventually, I end up finding one job where it really helped me break out of my people skills. It really learned how to talk to people. It was direct sales. It was offline marketing. I was actually had to post a table up at a gas station and sell a wireless washer wax. I know that sounds crazy. So I'm like, man, I remember telling this guy was like, yeah, you can make all this money, you make like 1,000, 2,000. I mean, at the time, 2 years ago, I was just like, man, that's a lot of money a week. It take me, I won't see that type of money unless I do my income tax or something. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. So here I am. Fast forward, I'm at a gas station, and this guy gets here. Here's your table. He set up the little stuff on the table, and what your job is to while people pumping their gas, you got to basically show them a 30-second demonstration, get them excited enough to be able to come to the table and you sell them the product. Then while you selling the product, you got to know how to upsell them, get it. Now, mind you, I haven't had nobody really teach me really. So this is like kind of like, yo, this is like sink or swim type moment. Fast forward again, I end up having to learn how to talk to any and everybody. I know we see people online, we see people during the day, we see people in the grocery store. Like, man, that guy probably would be a good person to talk to, but I don't know what to say. Or you might get too scared. That right there, when I had to do that job, that broke me out. That was the first thing that really opened my eyes and made me really not scared to talk to nobody. Because eventually, I got to the point where I was ringing the bell every day. Ringing the bell, what I mean by when you sell over $200 worth of product, mind you, the can of wax is like $20 or so. So every day I was going different gas stations all throughout towns, some different places. Sometimes we go to parts of town when it's predominantly like it was Hispanic people. So I actually don't speak. I understand Spanish, but I more than I can speak it. But I actually learned the 30-second pitch because I was so into it in Spanish just to give a, and then I was actually selling it. Just that's all I knew was the 30-second pitch in Spanish. I actually got to the point where I got good enough to actually sell the actual product in that area, so never go. So I was ringing the bell, got so excited. I'm the very first day that I actually rung the bell, I got over $200, but I actually started really getting good at it. Believe it or not, like I'm saying this to show you that the journey is very, very, very tremendous. Like I rang the bell. I was so excited, and on the way back to the office, 'cause after you get done for the day, you pack all your stuff back up, and take your inventory back to the office. Man, tell you why I got in an accident on the way back to the office. I'm excited, super excited. I just made my $200 there. I rang the bell. I finally get up there. I finally understand how to do it. I'm driving. Man, this guy came out of nowhere. Boom, messed my car up. Not a car where I get back and forth, how I get around. Mind you, I've just started my journey to try to actually start learning this. I ain't got no extra money for this, all this stuff. So all that happened. So I got back to the office finally. My car was all messed up. Luckily, it still ran, thank God. But it was a tow up, and now I had a whole other issue I had to deal with. But anyway, got to the journey, and the guy, one of the mentors, the trainers there, and he said something to me. Said, "This is your first day." He's like, "Yes, yes, my first day making $200." I said, "Man, you actually got to the point, ring the bell. Then you say you got an accident, man. You know about by no means necessary, man. You let that tear you down, and you take this moment right now. Remember the fact that how you felt when you actually make it, as opposed to the accident. You felt bad after the accident." I said, "Yeah, I did," because I'm like, man. I said, "No, don't focus on that. There's gonna be plenty more times when you see success that's gonna take you back." Just like Renee just said not too long ago, she said she lost plenty of accounts, but she finally got it. So, what I'm saying, the point I'm making to this, not rambling on too much, is when you guys see a little bit of success, whether it's talking to one person, brother, somebody, all the way down to the fact when somebody answer your message when you send them on Facebook or whatever other social media to talk about business, all the way down to that. Any good feeling, hold on to that, cherish those moments, and really pay attention to that feeling and harness that. That way, so you focus more on the positivity point of this journey as opposed to negative points, because the negative points are going to come all kinds of ways. Whether you're trying to give, whether going to be a family member not supporting you, whether it be an unexpected bill, whether it be an accident or a car, whether it be babysitter not coming, whether it be something's always going to happen to try to defer you from actually being successful in this business. You gotta develop the mindset, like Eric Roy said, develop that mindset to know that no matter what comes at me, I'm going to make it through this. I'm going to climb the top of that mountain no matter what comes at me. I know my capabilities. I know what I could do. So I know it's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to be thrown at me that's going to try to stop me from getting there. A lot of people, what they do in network marketing, which I didn't know in the beginning, is like say when the first time you hear a no, you hear people that's what say, "Well, I can't do this." My people say they don't want to do this. That first adversity, they get no. When really you focus more so that you went and talked to somebody that said no, and that will make you feel bad, as opposed to focus on the fact of the matter is that you actually had enough courage enough to even walk up to that person and ask them, whether it be your parent, whether it be a friend, a family, no matter what, you had enough courage, you had enough excitement in your heart at the time before they said they no, to actually ask them. Focus on that part as opposed to the no part. If you focus on the part, focus on the matter part that you got enough, focus on the part that you actually got enough energy or enough excitement or enough courage to actually talk to somebody, you can do that. The point I'm making is I was able to go up to strangers on a daily basis in the gas. Anybody trying to talk to nobody, they pumping gas. Most time when people pumping gas, ask for $2 something, you like, man, this person don't get away from me. Let alone try to sell me a can of wax. I found if what I'm saying is I didn't get to the point where I'm comfortable talking to any and everybody with no problem all day just by one day. No, you know how many no's it took to get to that point? The thing, if any place you ever worked your law average, it was definitely that. So I'm saying this, a lot of people here knows on a daily basis, and they feel like this network marketing, this team build, this thing is not for me because somebody told me no. If you just put yourself out there and really focus on your goal, focus on your why, what you're talking about. Because my why was basically just to have freedom. I feel like, man, for the most part of us, I see my mother struggle for most part of her life, and I seen her do things. I was like, my mom didn't do all that stuff for me. She didn't do all that stuff for us to be able to survive and keep a roof over her head and go through all that stuff, adversity, stuff that she went through, for me to go through the same thing. So first and foremost, my wife was like, man, I definitely want to let her down. And secondly, I'm like, man, I know we deserve better. I know I deserve better. I know I can do better. So my wife to be like to actually succeed in this is bigger than anything. I know I could. For me personally, working at a place is just not for me. I'm not knocking jobs, people that work jobs with me working. I'm just a person that's not employable. Each time I have to go work at a place, it's just not for me because I know I could do better. I know I could do better than that. Somebody telling me where to be at and how much they're gonna pay me daily. There's too much control over my life. I just feel like that's not enough. Only person that has that much control of your life is God and yourself. So that's just my opinion. But fast forward, I just didn't give up. So I definitely went through a lot of ups and downs. The journey, that was just one place. Of course, there was many other jobs afterwards. I'm just trying to on this journey, but I'm still learning things as it go. I took the long way, as you could say, because I never really had a big team up to now. That's why I'm so thankful to Jerome and some of the people. I'm so thankful for meeting Domonique, even Renee, all y'all. I'm super thankful. We actually have like a tremendous team, and we have a tremendous community that's around that we can actually help each other out. Because I'm saying this for the person that's on this call that's not saying nothing, that feel like, oh, they kind of feel like they're on their own. They don't know what's going on. I don't know who to ask. I don't know what, man. I don't care who you are, what team you're on. If you need help, you got a question or something, feel free to ask because I've been there. I've done that. You see people names on the board. You see people rank it up. You're like, man, what are they doing? So I spend most of my career like, man, I'm gonna find out what they doing. I'm gonna do whatever they doing. I'm gonna make sure I find out what they doing. And then when I find out what they doing, I'm gonna find out how to do it better than them. Not because I was in competition, I was hating or anything. No, because I want to know how they did it, sustain it. Because it'll make that journey just a little bit better for me. So you see people like when y'all do trading, like man, somebody they just made five K. Yeah, the 5K that they do trading. Hey, what was they trading? What setup did they see? Study that. Anything that you feel like you want to do in life, you're interested in, you're going for, try to find out. But you have with this community thing, which is lovely, with us being a team, with the lovely part about that, you actually have people to actually ask. I didn't have nobody ask. I just had to figure it out. I work at it, keep working at it. Oh, so this is how they did it. But you ain't gotta do that. So I'm talking to the person that's down here right now that feel like that I can't. I don't know if I should ask anybody who asks. By all means, go ahead and ask. We're out here. We're here to help. So fast forward to the end when I ran, I worked many jobs, and the journey for me to actually stop working jobs to go 100% full time was about almost 3 years ago. I remember Domonique hit me up out of nowhere. This was she started. If y'all was with us, we had American System. She had hit me up, and it's like, yo, I got to do system. That I want you to try. No, matter of fact, it wasn't an American System. It was I believe it was some electric company or something like that. I don't know if y'all heard Dom, but yeah. Anyway, it was something that, but I worked with Dawn before, and I was like, you know what, she's pretty credible. I worked with her, so she got with me. I went ahead and joined. I was at my job. I was when I immediately went on a break. I was like, man, I'm trying to get about here anyway. I was like, so that's when I was on my journey to get out. So I found her, got the system, whatever. Then the American System came up, and believe it or not, in about a month or two, or so we was working the American System, and that's when I finally made my first big convention. I finally really understood it. We made a big team. Got with I met Misty at the time. We made a big team. That's when I first made the most at the time. It was like 20, my first 20K online. Boy, that set some things off. I remember working a job and I was lucky to get clear 24,000 the whole year. I did that with 2 months. You tell me that was the end. That was like after that, it was just I was like, nah, I ain't never backing down. Just scale up from there. And ever since then, about a year or so later, I found some other stuff. Got with her. I got good with trading. We started there, whatever, and then just build a team from there. And next, I got it was 20,000 people underneath me, and just scaling up, just learn everything all the little crumbs that I picked up over the years from other people started actually coming together. And right now, at this very point, like I said, now that I partner with Jerome and a couple other people that's on here, and then just keep working with Don. Believe it or not, all the breadcrumbs are now turned into not only one slice but plenty of slices. I got a whole loaf at this point, and now I'm here. I'm here to break bread with many other people. So all of you guys ain't got to follow crumbs. Let you know. I'm more than happy to give you guys a slice of this. I'm slicing the knowledge that I picked up over the years by doing trial and error or being left out in the cold market and talking to people. I'm a person that's strong cold market. I ain't never really had no whole warm market things. I turn people into warm market, but I had no problem turning somebody from cold market to warm market. In my mind, what I say to myself to pump myself up to that is that they breathe air and pump blood just like me. They're human just like me. What I'm scared for. hi, how you doing? And then it's rap. But anyway, don't be scared, you guys. Don't feel free to ask questions. And the journey does not have to be as hard because that's what we're here for to help you guys be successful too as well. I'm gonna leave right there, Jerome. I don't want to go on forever.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Ty, if y'all don't know who Ty is definitely a boss. Okay, boss. You guys should be able to unmute yourself now. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or if you want to share your story.
Because we want to hear it. We do want to hear your story. Trust and believe me. We
Yeah,
want to hear
because
it. We want to hear that passion.
It's about accountability to you guys. And the whole thing is, if you're not speaking it, then do you believe it? If you're not speaking your success into existence, then do you really believe in yourself that you can succeed? Right?
Absolutely.
If you believe it, you shall achieve it.
Yeah.
That's
I'll
real.
go. I'll
Go ahead.
go.
All right.
Okay. Let's go.
All right. My name is Marla. I'm 55 years old. I've worked 2 and 3 jobs forever. I have kids, and my husband and we've been wiped out by 2 hurricanes. It could be worse. We're not homeless, but we're living in a travel trailer, and we're just over life. And I want something to help me grow financially, help us feel more peaceful financially. And I see my daughter, who was diagnosed with autism. They told us that she would never do this, she would never do that. And she's in college and getting her bachelor's. So I'm 55. Why can't I achieve things like she has? I'm very new to network marketing, never done anything like this before. And I'm going to be honest, I'm struggling. Um, and I don't really understand, I guess, the process. Like, is it like chain of command, or how does this work when I get stuck?
Well, first, what I want to ask you is, do you have a why?
Yes.
Have you written down your why, how much money you need to make to
Yes.
cover your bills? Do you want to trade, build, or do you want to do both?
I have my why. I have my goal of what I want to make. And that's where I get stuck at.
Okay, question. Where is your why at right now? You have written down?
Yes, sir. It's on my wall and it's on my notepad.
Okay, go to your why right now and read it to me.
My why is I want to be financially secure. I want to grow as a person. I want to grow financially. I mean, I want to be better. I want to do better.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Hey Marla, what I want you to do, you ain't gotta do it in front of everybody right now, but I want you to do is when you said you want to be financially secure, I'm gonna ask
Uh-huh.
you this. Do you have the numbers? Do you have your numbers? What you need to be financially secure?
Can
I
I
would
just
I
really,
would say
really fast?
4,000.
Let's just back it up a little bit and get rid of I want, right? Because when you're saying what you want, is you're communicating that you don't have that, right? So what you're doing is you're communicating a lack of. So this is why you want to say something like, I'm so happy and grateful now that I XYZ, right? Because you want to speak it as though it's already happened. So when you saying I want, it's really like saying I wish, right? So we can change that I want into
Okay.
I'm happy and grateful now that I am making what's your financial goal?
I'm starting out with 4,000 to
Okay.
cover my bills for the month.
Okay. So do you want to do that as a trader or as a builder? Or both?
Both.
Okay.
Okay.
So you
But
definitely,
should I start out as one and then grow to the other? Am I trying to do too much? Is that why I'm getting frustrated?
no, I think if you get clear on your why, like you have to write in detail what it is that you want and write it as though it happened. So I am so happy and grateful now that I am now increaser XYZ in my business, making XYZ every month. I'm so happy and grateful now that I have my big blue house with the red door. Like literally get specific on what you want, create the affirmation around what you want, and then say that on a daily basis. And then that's when you see things start to form.
Okay.
Absolutely. Like for instance, like what I say, my why. Like I have to make 10K, 20K, 100K a month because my mother is sick and I have to make sure I can be able to take care of her medical bills. I have to make this money in case my brother gets to a situation, he gets sick and he gets ill, I can help him with his medical bills. I have to make sure I'm able to take care of my children the right way. I have to make sure that I'm able to live my life. I have to make sure I'm no longer able to be evicted out of a home because, you know, I have to, that's my why. My why is because I can't be homeless again. I cannot be eating oodles and noodles with a cup of soup. Like where I'm from, we call oodles and noodles crackhead soup. Cause they say that all crackheads can afford that. You know, and people at the bottom, you know, a cup of soup where I'm from is 35 cents. So like, you know, I'm so happy and grateful I don't know about eating that stuff anymore to survive. Like I had to make like all my why was that I just could not go through the things that I was going through before. I can no longer go through that. So that reason that I made to my why was like, you know, I just can't do this anymore. I just can't. I have to change everything. So my why was more about the things that I was experiencing and why I had to make 10K, 20K, or even 50K, because if I don't do that, then I will be experiencing things that I was experiencing. So my why is so strong to where I will not allow myself to go back in that situation no matter what it is. All right. What you were saying today was like, you know, you were saying more of you know, like you want and you hope and you wish. You have to speak it into existence, and then on top of that, think about what you've been through and what hurt you the most, and think of that deepest moment, the deepest time of your life that you was going through, and that you don't want to experience no more.
The worst was not having a home
Exactly. So therefore,
and losing
that's part of
everything
your
that
why.
we.
So that's part of your why. Not having a home, being homeless. You know what I'm saying? You don't want that anymore. So that's part of your why. You don't want the fact that you don't want to be able to tell your child no more. Hey, well, I can't do this. 'Cause I got to pay a phone bill. Or I can't do it. I got to take care of a house bill. You know, you want to be successful. So therefore, you can have the word no has to be part of your vocabulary when it comes to your children, because now you're able to give them what they want. But you still have to be a mother, still have to be a father, still be stern about things they're going through. But their wants and their needs could be the same thing because you're able to do that. And I had to really understand that and truthfully how it works. Like she was saying, like how Renee just said, you have to be very specific in direct what you want. Like my affirmation I say to myself every day. I've been saying this for the last 3 years now. And I heard from Barbee. She said to me a long time ago. She said, "This is my affirmation." I said, "Oh, I like that. I'm gonna take that one." She said, "I am so happy and grateful today that I've now attract leaders that can bring in 500 plus members in 30 days or less." I said that every day. And I have about 50 leaders on my team right now that can do that. You see what I'm saying? Like by me saying it
Yes, sir.
every day. Yeah. And I've been saying it, and now I have that. I have Renee, I have Ty, I have some of you guys on the team right now, you know. And by me saying that affirmation and speaking into existence, it actually brought to the table to where I'm now able to work with all you guys. Like, let's be real now. Look, everybody on this call right now, right? Outside of Ty, Renee, and a couple of people, who did I recruit? You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You get where I come from? I didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? But I put myself in this position to where I met other people to do that and build with them and work with them. So just by me speaking my affirmation in line, I am now able to now talk to all you guys and get to know you guys and be able to help you guys grow and be achieve your goals now, just by my affirmations and me and sticking to my why and sticking focused and going forward. I am now able to be able to talk to each and every one of you, because none of you knew who I was until Barbee gave me a shout out on my post. Most of y'all are looking at the chat right now. Most of you guys are not even my friends on Facebook. So to this day, I'm actually talking to you guys right now, all because of my affirmations and because of the team members that you have and your leaders you have right now. So now I'm able to actually help you guys and talk to you guys, encourage you guys, motivate you, push you to the next level, all because of me sticking true to what I actually wanted, detailed, and now we are we at right now today. So you do the same thing, you will be the same person like right now, doing the same call and having the same results that I'm having, because you're actually sticking to the program, you're sticking to your mindset. You're not letting your neighbor make you mad, your boss or your best friend, your sister, your uncle, cousin telling you this, and that, third. You're not even hearing it. Your blinders are on and you're focused on where you're going, and your rear mirror. That's the reason why your windshield is bigger than your rear mirror. It's mainly because the bigger picture is in front of you. The smaller one is behind you. And when you look in your mirror and you see trouble coming, what you do? You get out the way of it, right? So it's the same concept. You have to look at this situation and just go with it and keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing forward. But like I'm saying, my affirmation has brought all you guys to this call today. Gave you all you guys not able to be able to talk to me and work with me on a daily basis. Like you on this call right now today, you can inbox me, Renee, like Ty was saying earlier. You don't care what team you on, let's work. Without this information and how I felt when I learned, I would not be able to do what I'm doing right now and be able to talk to you and give you this information and spill out to you, like tell you the truth. Like we all got problems. We all got situations. But the question is, you've been going through these problems and situations from the beginning as a child, because I've learned that as a baby, the first thing you learn how to do was hold your bottle. No, I'm sorry, was to hold your head up. All the mothers on here right now, think about right now, your child, their first task in life was what? They hold their head up. Once they could hold their head up, you know they was getting stronger. After that point, you showed them how to hold their bottle. They held their bottle, right? The next thing after that was them walking. And once they learn how to walk, you told them to go sit down. But you never told them to stop trying how to walk. Don't learn how to walk. Come on, look at his first steps. Let's walk, let's walk. Each child, even yourself, you fail probably about 200 to 400 times before you actually learn how to walk the right way. In the beginning, you crawl. When you started crawling, you use the couch, the table, chair to walk. Took a couple steps, you fell. Hit your butt, boom. And you always said to yourself, I'm glad you got a pepper on, so he hurt his butt. He fell, but he never gave up. You never told him one time, you can't do it. Sit down. You can't walk. You ain't know how to walk. Oh, this kid, he's special. He ain't never learn how to walk. You remind me of your daddy. You remind me of your mama. You ain't never gonna do nothing right. You didn't do none of that. But once your child learned how to walk, first thing you do after that point was to taught him how to sit down. You never cursed him to walk. You said, hey, come on. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Once he started doing it, it was like, sit down. You everywhere. Sit your butt down somewhere. Relax. Sit down somewhere. Relax. But in reality, you still understand that their biggest task in life was them learning how to walk, crawl, and hold their bottle and hold their head up. They did that. You did that, right? And after that point right now, it's up to us to teach them that no matter what they do, they can do it. The baby came out failing, and he also conquered all those goals to get to where he at right now. So it's up to you to do the same thing. When you fall, get your butt back up. You did it when you was a baby, subconsciously. You didn't think about it. You just did it.
Okay, and then I have another question for you and
Go right
Ty.
ahead.
Okay, I'm going through the same thing. Family not being supportive, family, friends, the same, all same all. So I'm I'm gonna have to go with a different type of market. I think it's called a cold market. Is that what you guys were calling it?
Yep, that's cold market.
Okay. So with that said, okay, phooey on y'all. Y'all don't want to hear me. I'm past it. I'm not hurt anymore and I'm moving forward. So how do you start with a cold market? I mean, how did you do that?
Hi, how you doing? I
That-
work the. I work. That's simple. You talk to somebody, you see somebody, say hi. So start a conversation. I'm like, cold market. Like this is what it's a lot of people get wrong with it. They're talking to people. They say cold market is just a bad thing. No, it's not. All it is talking to people. You talk to people every day. I know everybody that you know at this certain point was probably mostly a stranger at some point in time. When y'all was in school, that's a lot of stuff. A lot of that came you learn from when you first went to school. You got to first say hi to somebody. Somebody become your friend. It's the same way you do it as adult. Somehow, some point when we became adults, everybody became so scared to talk to everybody that they don't know. But they was bored. Remember, we used to tell kids not to talk to strangers. But kids talk to strangers all day long. They have no fear. But when we get grown, they just start fearing. That's pretty much how you do cold market, though. You just can't be scared to talk to somebody. Hence, I did have a little help, like I said, with the job. I had no choice to do that because I was like, look, if I don't go out and sell these kids a wax, I ain't gonna eat. We ain't gonna have the bills paid, so I had to figure this out some kind of way. And I also worked at retail a lot too, so I had to learn how to talk to people regardless. But if somebody's within 6 feet of your area, they seem like a person that might um, be interested in what you're doing. You just talk to them. But I'm not talking about like this. As soon as you say hi to them, start throwing up on them with a bunch of information about what you do. Let's have a normal conversation. The caveat and the good and the bad until actually when online marketing came is one, you can send somebody a message. If they don't answer, they just don't answer. You don't feel that pressure like you do when somebody's standing right in front of you. But the bad part of it is when online marketing does as compared to talking to somebody in person is you lose out the extra feature that you can actually use to read people to understand whether or not this is the type of person to be in my team, because which is like body language. If somebody's like with a face frowned up and they just really hunched over and they just really seem like they're not you're not gonna probably not say nothing to them, but you can't see that on when you send somebody a message on instant messenger.
Right.
So you lose that aspect. Or when you actually in person with somebody, you're talking to somebody and their face lighten up. Oh, they raise their eyebrows, or they seem like they lean into you because they actually try to hear what you're actually saying. So you know they're actually interested. Or if they're kind of rolling their eyes, looking around, it's kind of seem like huffing and puffing. They're not interested in what I'm saying. So I'm gonna wrap this conversation up. I'm not gonna talk about my business. So you kind of lose that aspect when from online to offline marketing. You can use the body language, but you make up for it just by the way you can make up for the body language the way you portray your message online. When you send somebody online message how you a cold market, you pretty much still gonna do the same intro. How are you doing? You're not gonna immediately go into throwing up on them per se about what your business is all about. That's why if you ever been to any of the trainings with Facebook, any kind of social media, you kind of always want to build a rapport with people first before you actually try to go into them. It's kind of like the same rules you kind of do when you take somebody on a date. You don't want to say, "Hey, let's go on a date." Okay, you want to go back to my place? You don't say that. You take them out to eat. You get a good meal. Y'all have a conversation. You know what I mean. Before all that happens, it's the same rules apply when you actually talk to somebody that's cold market. But when you go on a date, you're pretty much on an interview with that person anyway. So same thing when talking to somebody new. You just try to get to know them. So how you doing on Facebook and or any or Instagram, any social media, that's what you like and comment on their posts. You get to know them for a little bit. You
How do you
engage with them.
find those?
How do I call them? That was
No,
it.
how do you find them?
Oh man, I got an excellent way to find them. Everybody out here, I got a video I can send everybody, but I can tell you as well. An easy way to find people on Facebook, like cold market wise, is I use fan pages.
What
People
is
always
it?
say fan pages, fan fan pages. Everybody like tends to go to groups and stuff, but nowadays groups are so saturated they get spammy, and you gotta know a little bit more advanced marketing to get past all that. But for most people in
Right.
the
And that's what
beginning,
I'm struggling with.
yeah, for most people beginning, the easy way to do that. Let me make sure. Mute myself.
Hi.
There you go. There you
um,
go.
We're gonna start having PS3 calls. This was really good questions, Marla. But make sure that you guys start hopping on our PS3 calls because we're gonna show you how you should be calling people, how you can approach people. But we really wanted to keep this directed to more of what your whys are and what your goals are, and make sure
I'm
that you guys
sorry.
have. Oh no, those are great questions. I'm over here taking notes, so we're gonna address those things. But definitely, I want you to take out, the wishing and put I'm so happy and grateful now that, and then see how that works for you.
Okay.
So we definitely want to respect you guys' time. And we have the queen herself, Domonique Barbee, on here. If you guys do not know who she is a top earner in not just this company, but the last two companies that we were in. Like I mentioned before, she was making $200 a month. She definitely comes through with the sauce. In our company, she's making $50,000 a month. Okay, so she's gonna go ahead and grace us with some of her time. So, Miss Barbee, are you there? Oh wait.
Barbee, Barbee, Barbie, Barbie, Barbie.
Okay, we
Can
can
you
hear
hear
you.
me? You say yes?
Yes. Can you guys hear? I can hear her. We can hear you. Okay, you
Type in the
guys.
chat if you can hear me.
She's touring, so her internet's a little off, y'all.
We can hear you.
We can hear you though.
I'm just messing with y'all. I know y'all can hear me. But yeah. Hey, everybody. Hey, what's up, people? Hey, Ty. Hey, Jerome. Hey, Renee. These my people. One thing I will say is y'all do not understand the impact and the power that you will receive from coming to these events. I'll say this, events will build your business faster than you think that you can build your business. Okay? That is a golden nugget. You either gonna catch it or you don't catch it. Trust me, I was hearing it from top leaders in a long time when I was struggling, and I just ignored it. I heard it, but I was just like, yeah, whatever. But it's a real thing. So today I just want to talk about, you are so powerful. You are so amazing. You are so wonderful. I'm so grateful for everybody who's on here right now. I want you to know that I love you so much and I respect you to the point where I made a promise, a long time ago when I was struggling and I had nothing and I was depressed, right? I've been through a lot in my life, from dealing with, the death of my mother and my brother dying at the same time when I was 13, from my brother passing away from an asthma attack. He had the wrong inhaler, from being, molested, from being a whole bunch of stuff. I've been through a whole bunch of BS in my life. So I know a lot of people, they may be going through something, but just know that that does not determine your destiny. And it's a verse, Romans 8:18, that kept me going in the darkness, and if you look up Romans 8:18, I'll paraphrase it. It says, there is no amount of pain and suffering that can be compared to the glory that will be revealed in you. Type a 777 in the chat if you understand what I just said. There is no amount of pain or suffering that you can go through right now that can compare to the glory that will be revealed in you. I didn't have nothing, so I had to depend on something. So I said, I believe in these promises. I'm supposed to benefit from these promises. I've been robbed. I had nothing and I learned how to make six figures. I was robbed of people who I thought cared about me. And I looked up and I had nothing, right? That's pain. That's suffering. You can turn your pain into a sad story. You could turn your pain into being a victim. Why is this happening to me? Or you can turn it into being a victor, right? Are you a victim or are you a victor? Type in the chat. Are you a victim or are you a victor? Where are all the victors at? Right? Victor. Where the victors at? Victors at? Victors at? You know, people deal with the same thing over and over again because you know why? They keep telling themselves that same story over and over in their mind, over and over. They want to tell you their sad story. They want to tell everybody their sad story, right? Somebody said, how you spell that? Is that Jerome? Right? So what happened to me, nothing changed for me until I decided to take all that BS and began to express gratitude for the BS. When was the last time you expressed gratitude for that stuff that you've been through, right? How many of you type of 111 if you've been through something? Some stuff where you was just like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. I don't know I just don't know, right? Right? We all been through something like that. We all been through something like that. But when you begin to look inside yourself and remember who you are and whose you are, you begin to say, you know what? I am somebody. I deserve the best. And you got to say, I'm grateful for the thing that I've been through that caused me pain. I'm grateful because I got the strength that I have. I'm grateful because now nobody can break me. If you know me, if you be around me, all hell could break loose. I'll be the calmest one in the room. I promise. All hell could break loose. I'll be the calmest one in the room. There's no point in worrying twice for me. Why you want to suffer twice? You worry about this and that, right? Why would you want to suffer twice? It's either you're going to get through it or something going to happen. You know how I learned that? Because we broke. I remember being married, broke, couldn't pay the bills. My husband would be on the other side of the car. He's like, why are you worrying for? Ain't nothing to worry about. I'm thinking in my head, like, we got to pay these freaking bills. What you talking about? Don't worry. I got to figure it out. Right? And then it ended up working out. Right? So I learned the skill of not worrying twice and just getting things done. So I'm going to go over a few things that can help you with that. First of all, you got to believe in yourself. The only limitation that we have are the limits that we set upon ourselves, right? Do you have 3 people in your business? Do you have 3 people, 3 personals in your business or not? The only limitation is the limit that you put on yourself. Because I promise, and I'll bet any money, I'll bet you $1,000 right now that each and every person on this call has the ability to bring in 3 people in this business. Do you believe it? Yes or no? Type in the chat, yes or no. Yes or no. Writing it down is part of the process. Right? Let me see what y'all saying. Y'all saying yes? Are y'all saying yes? I better see some yeses. Everybody on this call needs to be saying yes. What you talking about? Do you understand? Right? Everybody should be saying yes. The only limitation is the limit that you put on yourself. It's only your imagination. It's only your imagination. God creates through the use of your imagination and what you say to yourself and what you believe in yourself. Like I said, I'll bet you $1,000 within 24 hours. If it was that serious, everybody can just go and share this with 3 people and bring 3 people in this business, right? Do you believe it though? You got to believe it. And if you can't find that belief, you want me to tell you what you need to do? Do y'all want to know what you need to do? If you are doubting yourself, if you saying, I don't know if I could do that, would you like to know which is a fast way thing that you can do? If you want to raise your belief, of course, yes, pray. That's a good thing to do. You pray. But praying ain't enough. It ain't enough. You can't just pray. You got to do the action. So go watch some people who making things happen. Go watch them. Go find them. Go YouTube them. Go look on Facebook, Instagram. Just watch them in action. Watch them on videos. Watch how they talk. Watch how they walk. And you'll begin to hear their story. And you'll see that most of them have a similar story to you. Okay? So can y'all do that? Yes. The second thing you got to understand, you got to work hard. It's no way around it. It's nowhere around it. I watched my father after my mother died. He took us, he got us, right? He had us, right? I watched this man work 12, 16-hour shifts back to back to back, getting things done, sitting behind the computer, making sure he went into work, making sure we had food over the table. I watched this man work his butt off. So I'm grateful because I watched him and it went into my subconscious mind. So when I grew up, I knew I had to go get it. So working hard for me, that's natural for me. Every job I went to, I was one of the top workers in there because I went above and beyond. It's just in me. I know I got to work hard. I get it done. I execute because I hold myself to a higher standard. And you got to start to hold yourself to a higher standard than where you're operating in. Because if you don't do that, you're going to get the same result over and over and over again. You got to push yourself because guess what? Nobody else is going to do it for you. I promise to God, nobody else is going to do it for you. I look to my left, I look to my right, and I said, if I don't get this done, I don't have anybody to depend on to get the things that I want my life to be like, right? I look to my left, I look to my right, and I said, damn, I got to figure something out. I'm tired of calling my dad for money and to pay him back on taxes. I'm tired of asking my husband's parents for money, right? I'm sick and tired of it. I'm tired of my daughter coming up to me saying, Mom, can we go to Chuck E. Cheese? And I'm crying in the bathroom in the back. She like, can we go to Chuck E. Cheese? I'm like, no, we can't go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? I'm tired of saying no to my kids because I don't got the money. Because I don't got the money? What you mean? The internet has billions and trillions of dollars on it, right? I don't like that. I don't know about you. You may be comfortable, but I don't like not having the money to do stuff. It makes me uncomfortable and I don't like it at all. So if you feel comfortable with that, that's on you, right? But I didn't feel comfortable and I made a decision. And I said, I want to be able to have enough money where I don't got to ask nobody for shit. Excuse my French, right? I just got to that point. I was fed up, right? You know that song, When a Woman's Fed Up, there ain't nothing you can do about it. Anybody know that song? That's the song. That's the truth. When they fed up, oh, it ain't nothing you can do about it. So you got to push yourself because no one else will. The next thing, you don't wait. You don't want to wait, right? Stop procrastinating. Do it today. You got to step outside your comfort zone. Great things never come from comfort zones. I've never seen anything great come from somebody who's just comfortable, right? I'm talking about great things. You operating in your comfort zone, you just doing the bare minimum every day. You know, you just comfortable, I'm comfortable. Da, 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 da. Oh, that comfortable will get you jacked up. That comfortable will get you messed up. So for a period of time, you got to get out of your comfort zone. Did I want to do videos? Hecky no. Did I want to do presentations? Hecky to the no. Did I want to post on my Facebook wall and be consistent and show up every day? No. So I was grateful that I realized that these top people, these top marketers, I was so happy when I found out that a lot of them, the things that they do, a lot of the things they do, they don't feel like doing it, right? I thought something was wrong with me because I didn't feel like doing it. I'm like, they just wake up just feeling like doing this, right? And then I found out like they just do whatever it takes. If it got to get done, it got to get done. So I was so happy. I was like, oh, so I just got to get into the habit and force myself for a period of time, and then it'll create a habit. When you get to the point where you wake up and you do your income producing activities, you do your morning routine, your affirmation, you setting yourself for the day, you prospecting, you inviting people, you following up with people, you doing 3 ways. When you get to the point where if you don't do it that day, it feel weird, oh, you got it, baby. You got it. You absolutely got it. But if you constantly skipping days, you don't show up for this, you show up whenever you want to, you know, you do your business. Oh, I'll do it whenever, you know, da, 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 da. If you like that, well, expect the bare minimum. Expect the bare minimum because you're operating like the bare minimum. So don't be mad when you get the bare minimum or no result. And in network marketing, when you operate at the bare minimum, sometimes you get nothing. right? I'm just being real with y'all. Can I be real today? It's the truth. Y'all know me, I'm gonna tell the truth, whether you like it or not, because my thing is your best interest. My thing is your life. My thing is you setting up a legacy for your family. That's what I'm about. I have a whole nother purpose, right? And part of my purpose is y'all. So the people who get it, they get it. The people who don't, that's just on them. I used to want to help everybody. I can't help everybody, right? If you try to help everybody, you'll kill yourself. You'll get burnt out. People got to be willing to help themselves for you to help them. And the faster you realize that, the faster you can help the next person, right? Right? You got to take action. You can't give up. The harder you work for something, the greater you feel when you achieve it. When you work hard for something, you go hard for something, you're going to feel so good and you're going to feel so proud of yourself, right? Work on doing more things where you're proud of yourself. I'm so proud of myself right now. I'm traveling the world. I'm helping thousands of people quit their job, right? I'm fulfilling my purpose. I'm impacting so many people. I am absolutely proud of myself. And you have to be able to do things that make you proud of yourself, right? And that's what it's going to take. You got to set your goals, write your goals, look at your goals every day. How many of y'all write goals? Type of 777 if you write goals down. Do you write your goals down? Right? A lot of you write your goals. I know some of y'all be writing y'all goals. You write your goals, but guess what? You know what people do? They write their goals, they stick it in a drawer, they got it in their mind. Yeah, I got my goal. It's in a drawer somewhere. But you got to look at your goals every day. You got to speak your goals every day, right? You got to speak them. You got to look at them every day, over and over and over again, right? You got to follow through. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Don't stop when you're tired. Stop when you're done. Yes, we take mini breaks, take a day off, 2 days off, whatever, but you're not taking long periods off. You're not stopping. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, this too much, right? Okay, I get it, but you say you want it, go get it. It's there. Some countries don't even have the opportunities that you have. You got to show up every day. You got to make things happen for you. Stop waiting on your sponsor to do something. You got to make something happen for yourself. Look, watch what the leader's doing. You got to be able to peep what they're doing, because everything I do, it's intentional. I'm not wasting my time. I do it absolutely intentionally. So when you watch leaders, watch what they're doing. Start to decide to do what they do. I didn't have nobody to say, make a video. I didn't have nobody. I would watch YouTube videos. I would go on Facebook. I would go on Instagram. I would look at what they're doing. I saw they was doing videos. So I'm like, well, I guess I got to figure out how to do it. Right? I'll go on YouTube. How to make a YouTube video. How are they recording these videos on this YouTube channel? What are they putting in their description? Right? When you want it bad enough, you will figure out a way. I promise. But when your why is that strong, you will figure out a way. You will just figure it out. You will just keep on trying and figure it out and figure it out and figure it out when it's that strong. Okay? You got to celebrate the small things. You showing up, everybody on here should be giving themselves a pat on the back right now, because 97% of the industry fails because they don't even show up. They don't show up. Right? So that type of thing, you should be celebrating. Take one step at a time. If you feel like you're overwhelmed, if you feel like it's a lot of information, if you got a lot of questions and you're like, hold up, take a deep breath, right? Remove that word overwhelming from your vocabulary. You got to remove that, because that word will make you fail real bad. So if you feel the need to feel overwhelmed, just take a second, take a deep breath. Like, okay, I'm going to start one piece at a time. What do I need to do? I'm going to go step by step, right? Don't let yourself go overwhelmed, because overwhelm is a big stealer of dreams. So if you feel yourself feeling like that, you feel yourself, I know what I'm doing. I'm figuring this out every single day. This is so easy. Oh my gosh, this is getting easier and easier. Oh my gosh, it's so easy. right? Replace that real quick. That's what I do to myself. I start tricking my mind. I be like, step by step. Trust me, you know how many times on this tour that I'm doing? From where? Where do we start? I'm trying to think of where we started. I've been to what, 4, 5 cities, right? In a span of a month, plane to plane, doing this, doing that, setting up stuff, scheduling stuff, getting this, getting that. You know how many times I thought to myself, I'm tired. I have to say, I'm not tired. I'm not tired. This easy. I got this. I got this. Right? Because if you're going to go after $1 million a month, you're going to go after $1 million a month or you're not. You're going to make the sacrifice or you're not. It is what it is. There's no gray area. Right? Open doors for yourself. Don't wait for opportunity. Create the opportunity. Create the opportunity. Do what you got to do. You got to push through. You got to understand yourself. Sometimes we get tested, not just because we're weak, not to show our weakness. Sometimes we get tested to discover our strengths, to discover our power, right? You got to stick to the plan. The key to success is to focus on goals, not obstacles. Don't focus on the bad, focus on the goal, right? And you got to be able to dream it, believe it, and build it, right? You got to be able to execute. You got to be executioner. You got to be able to, like Nike, they say, just do it. Just do it. Just get it done, right? So what we're about to do is we're going to help you get to the next level. We're going to be able to create a schedule where we can teach you the system to be successful, the system to be able to find unlimited leads, the system to be able to have a script where you know exactly what to say, the system on how you can build your business. But I will tell you this, the strategy matters not if the mind is not ready, if the mind is not aligned, if your mindset is not on point and you're not making an effort to have a proper spiritual routine, a proper morning routine where you're looking at your goals, you're raising your vibration, you're getting your motivation for the day, you're saying your business affirmations, you're saying your life affirmations, you're raising your vibration to make sure you feel good and you're not letting any piece of your environment throw you off, right? It's a fight. We do not battle against the physical. We battle in the spirit. So when you operating in the spirit of I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, I feel in alignment with that of which I want. I feel as if I have it now. I feel as if I feel good. I feel as if I feel great. I feel as the leaders are coming to me from all 4 corners of the world. I feel like my day is just going so amazing. I can't even handle it. Matter of fact, this is the best day of my life. I'm so grateful for my children. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for my team. I'm grateful for my God. I'm grateful for repentance. I forgive those who do me wrong right now, because how can I ask for what I want if I don't forgive others? I relieve all my negative emotions and I relieve all my unwanted emotions, and they disappear and they fade away easily and effortlessly. And you got to command your day and you got to start your day properly. But a lot of you understand that, but are you doing it consistently? But are you being disciplined with it? Are you doing it over and over and over? I did my millionaire affirmation for 3 years straight. I did not skip 2 days. I did it over and over. I did it for 3 years straight. I did it for 3 years. I didn't skip more than 2 days in it. And it manifested with me, because that status requires a vibration that is on a whole nother level of that which people are not willing to do the work for. So if you want to be successful, just figure out what all the unsuccessful people are doing and do the opposite. Figure out what all the unsuccessful people are feeling and do the opposite. Figure out what they routine look like and do the opposite. Figure out what the people who have what you want doing and do that and feel that and see that, and you feel it as if you have it now. Okay. So the way that I have my supernatural success is from a buildup of having the right feelings and the right intentions and being around the right people over a period of time. And then when it was my time and when my vibration was strong enough, I was able to see it in the physical, as I ignored what was happening that I didn't want. and I focus on what I did want. So a lot of you know that, but are you consistent? And who you hanging around right now? Who you talking to right now? If you don't fix it immediately, it's going to take you longer to get to your goals. So if you want to get it, do what you got to do. A lot of you know what you got to do. And we're going to help you over the next period of few weeks. We're going to be having these calls. Make sure you're plugged in. Make sure your new members are plugged in. And if you don't have your 3 people, make sure you focus on getting your 3 people within the next 24 to 72 hours. And say, I'm going to get it done. It's already done. I got it. I'm doing whatever it takes. So I'll give it back to you, Renee or Jerome or Ty, whoever is
Oh
next.
my God. Listen, you guys, I need to see some
Thank you.
fire emojis in the chat for the queen, the GOAT herself, Miss Domonique Barbee. If y'all didn't get nothing off that call, then you just, I don't know. I don't even know. For real. Major sauce. You guys hear that? Mindset. Surround yourself with the positive people. Cut people off.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If your mind is not in line, you heard her say that, right? You ain't gonna get it. If your mind is not in line, then you ain't gonna get there. So yeah, you gotta be ready for that. You can't just say you want something. You gotta be ready for it.
Yo, I can't even say thank you enough to Barbee for that. That's what she said, because I was sitting, I was like, wow, I ain't that. I should have touched on that too. I should touch on that as well. Even her going deep into her situation, just talking about, what she was going through was enough. Like, she's at 100, she had 50K a month. She done seen 200K. She's seen 100K. She's been a millionaire, but you had the same power that you had. You get what I'm saying? That's what's crazy about it. Like, myself, I have never made that kind of money she's making, but I've been where she was at when she wasn't making it. And I also been to where she's at right now when she's actually making the money, but she still had to deal with all the other crap behind it too. So it all just made sense to me. It was like one of those situations where it was like, wow, like, you only had 10K a month, bro, but you're nowhere near where she's at right now, and you're not nowhere near to the point where you have all these people looking up to you, depending on you and helping you grow. And for her to actually get on our call tonight, because mind you, this is not her car. She's on tour. She's on tour right now with her team, with our team, and stuff like that, and building. But meantime, Renee said, you know what? Let's have a call tonight to our team, work with them. And she's seen that, and she got on our call tonight. So she took time out of her day to get on a call with us to actually enlighten you guys. And that's really powerful. It's really powerful. It's really powerful. I spent the whole weekend with her this past weekend, and I'll tell you, just her just talking, her, Estella, Renee, Carrie Ann, Wesley, Aaron, who else was this? Miss CC Money, um, and also the newbies, even myself, you know what I'm saying? Like, I was more quiet because I was like, okay, you check everybody out. I said my ones and twos, but it was more of me just being like, okay, I see what's going on here. I really see now. I've been to a lot of meet and greets. I've been to a lot of masterminds for that, but this situation right here was totally different. It was just so different. It was like being in the house with all your sisters and brothers, you know what I mean, and everybody was just like, was on the same path and the same program. Like, Barbee was the mama, Aaron was the papa, was the mama and daddy, and they didn't reprimand us. It was just like, this is what I'm doing. Whether you did it or not, it was on you. Like, we got up in the morning, Barbee's on her phone, making phone calls, passing the phone to Aaron. He closing out deals with her, back and forth. I'm making phone calls, handing her the phone. Renee making phone calls, handing her the phone, and we all just sitting there like playing phone tag. Like, can you imagine sitting there right now, right? Hey, what's going on? X, Y, and Z. Da 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 da. That's great news. You won't believe who I'm sitting with right now. I'm sitting next to Barbee herself. I'm actually right now in the flesh sitting next with her. And they're like, for real? Yeah, this girl right here, she's making 200K, 100K a month. Now she's on 50K a month, and it's coming right here. And I know she's gonna hit $1 million. But listen, I was telling you before how real this information is. I want you to hear this information. All right, great. Here you go. Boom. Hand the phone off. And then Barbee grabs your phone from you, right? She takes your phone, puts it in her hand, and then you got a new prospect. She talked. She made sure you heard her when she got up and to do her walk around. When she's walking, she's pacing. She made you get up with her and walk with her so you could hear what she was saying step by step, word for word. Like she made sure you got everything that she put on the table. And seeing her do that changed everything. You know, it was just ridiculous. But what I want to leave everybody with tonight is one final quote on how powerful it really is. All right. The cave you fear to enter holds all the treasures you seek. The cave you fear to enter holds all the treasures you seek. If you can, everybody on this call tonight, make a post right now. It's 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. People are asleep. People are just getting off of work. People are just sitting around right now, scrolling to Facebook. But right now, I'm telling you right now, looking right now, we have 30 people in this call right now, right? If we all make the same post and you tag me, Renee, Ty, and Barbee in this post right now, and we all do it together, that means that I should have at least 34 people on my page today putting this post up, and we all do the same thing, and we share it and put out there for everybody. They're going to see this message. I'm going to say it again for you. The cave you fear to enter holds all the treasures you seek. All right? That's like going back to where POUR stands for passing over opportunity repeatedly. Scam, still clues about money. All right? Yahoo, you always have other options. See, people didn't understand these words meant. They mean a lot. You have to be focused and ready to understand what she's giving out to us. Like she just gave us so many jewels. Renee gave us so many jewels. Ty gave us so many jewels. I gave you a nugget here and there. You know, I give you a little nugget. I give you a little bit. I want to see how much you want it. I got so much more to give you. But this right here is our first truly call to where we actually gonna sit here and really give you that again. Can I repeat the post? Yes. When I repeat the post, I need you to put it into the group chat so everybody can copy it, post it on their page. The cave that you fear to enter, the cave you fear to enter holds all the treasures you seek. You know what's inside of the cave, but you're scared to enter it. But once you enter that cave, it holds all your treasures. There you go. Perfect. Everyone, I want to say you thank you for good night. Thank you for getting on this call tonight. This call was pretty much about us just talking to you, getting to know who you was, and letting you know who we was as well as your team leaders and as your leaders and help you build and grow. We wanted to pretty much give you our story and let you know why we are so passionate and why we're going so hard in this business. And hopefully tonight you heard how we felt about why we go so hard, and that we all can get a message from you guys on why you're going so hard too. So we actually can use that to help you build your business. Because soon you call me and be like, oh my God, I ain't getting a call last night because I watched the Power. Or y'all seen a new Oval? Oh yeah, Victoria, she's crazy. Her son's crazy. Or have you seen a new the Marvel and so and so show? No, I ain't seen it. I also see you ain't put me in a post today, but I want to also work with you and keep you focused and build. I can go so deep into the situation right now, but I want to do this on the next call because I want to be able to build this up together and keep growing together and keep talking, you know what I'm saying, and going hard. But I truly want to tell everybody on this call tonight, I truly love you and appreciate you. Thank you for giving us your last 2 hours tonight. And make that post. Make sure you tag me, Barbee, Renee, and Ty in your post tonight. You're actually absolutely welcome. And we will have more calls coming up because we're gonna do this every day. We're not playing with you guys. We're here to help you out. The next call, like Renee was like tonight, we're not going to that. You know what I'm saying? That's us, because like I said, Tyler ready to go in. If Renee ain't stop him, Barbee we even spoke to this shit yet. It was Tyler was still going on right now about the posting and how to do X, Y, and Z. Barbee will still be on the sideline like, Hecky nah. I got a call at 12 o'clock. I got a leader at 12 o'clock. This and that third. We were up and all mad. You know what I'm saying? So
So
Renee had to jump.
you really gonna try me right now, huh?
I'm laughing so hard right now. I'm laughing.
I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna let him keep hanging this up. All right, so you really gonna try me right now? All right, I got
Hey, you know I love you, Ty, but I had to cut you off, brother.
Yeah,
we know how we know you. I know you was going with it.
Well, I owe both of y'all some receipts. What's all good?
Ty was about to go in.
He was to go in. He was to give you some nuggets. He was to tear your Facebook page up, give you all the breakdowns in that third. If Renee didn't say, hey, Ty, we got Barbee right now.
No, I was gonna answer a question.
I know you was, but I want her to inbox you directly and talk to you directly. And I want her to be on the call tomorrow night because we're gonna do this every night. We're gonna get on the call every night and just give y'all opportunity to just talk. You know what I mean? Give y'all talk and we're gonna just break it down to one-on-one. So hopefully that we're able to help each person out individually, but off of one conversation. So say for instance, right now, the young lady was speaking earlier, she gives her testimony of how she feels what's going on, what she needs help with. And by us helping her answer her questions, hopefully it will help answer other questions as well. So we can actually break down people's questions and answers and get the answers to everything they need. Like, we want to help you guys out. Like, I'm dedicated, so you can inbox me no matter what's going on. I don't care who team you on. Hit me up. I'll talk to you, explain to you, give you the rundown. The main thing you got to do is launch your business. Let's launch. Let's go. I seen an old man sitting out there. I said, man, that car fast? He said, man, that car be. I said, what that mean? He said, that mean it be out of here. All right. You want to get out of here? Get on a call with me, Renee, Ty, and Barbee, and we'll get you out of here to the next level. And no matter what you want in life, you can always sponsor yourself out your situation. Miss Renee, you got anything you want to say before I pass it over to Ty?
Well, thank y'all for hopping on. Let me turn my video. Hey, y'all. Thank you so much for hopping on. I appreciate you guys. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Always remember that. But listen, how do you attain success? It's by not trying to recreate the wheel. Okay, so you see that before Domonique got on, we was already in alignment with everything that we each said as leaders, right? So yeah, thank you so much for hopping on. Don't try to create the wheel. Just be coachable, teachable, have your goals, align yourself with the right people. And what did you do, Jerome, next?
I was saying like,
that. Oh, yeah.
Get out of here. Let's go. Let's take off. Hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. Look. I'm sitting in this button-up shirt. It's 12 o'clock at night. I should have been out of this clothes. Can we end this call now? Y'all good, right?
I think we good.
All right. Ty, anything you want to say, Ty, before we go?
No, we good. Until next time, I got y'all.
All right. The monkey suit is coming off. Y'all have a great night. Thank you for coming here. I love each and every one of you. And I want to see you inbox me your why. But don't forget, if you fear to enter, holds all the secrets and treasures you want. Post on your page. Let's go. Have a good night, everyone.
All right. Bye, everyone.